The day is finally here. After what felt like an eternity of waiting, your favorite series is back with new episodes. You settle into the couch, pop some popcorn, and prepare to binge. But something's not right. The picture looks washed out. The colors are dull and lifeless. It can help make fast-moving images look smoother, which can be great for sports, video games, and movies with lots of action. However, it turns out that using motion rate with certain streaming services can cause problems. So let's get started. We'll begin with the most important element, lighting. Some TVs produce a warmer image with more reds and yellows, while others produce a cooler image with more blues and greens. Most TVs have a limited viewing angle, meaning that the colors will look different if you're sitting far to the left or right of the TV. To optimize your viewing angle, sit directly in front of the TV and adjust the position until you see the best colors. You can also try changing the settings for horizontal and vertical angle to fine-tune the image for your seating position. Additionally, you may want to consider investing in a TV that has a wider viewing angle so that you can sit further away from the screen and still enjoy accurate colors. While this is a matter of personal preference, it's important to calibrate your TV's colors so that they look accurate and true to life. Whether you're watching movies, playing video games, or catching up on the news, you deserve to see the world in all its vibrancy. Hopefully, I was able to share some helpful insights that you can use to enhance your own TV setup. Have you ever experienced the dreaded washed-out image on your TV? What did you do to fix it? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more tech-related videos. And as always, thank you for watching. So don't wait. Start improving your TV picture quality today and see the difference it makes in your everyday life. Most TVs have a built-in color calibration feature that you can access through the settings menu. This will guide you through a series of steps to calibrate the colors on your TV. Alternatively, you can hire a professional calibrator who has specialized equipment to measure and adjust the colors on your TV. If your TV doesn't have a built-in calibration feature, don't worry. There are still some things you can do to improve the colors on your screen without going through a lengthy calibration process. One quick fix is to turn up the saturation to make the colors more vivid and intense. However, be careful not to overdo it, as this can make the colors look artificial and over-exaggerated. You may need to experiment with different settings to find the right balance. Another option is to adjust the color temperature, which determines whether your TV displays a warmer or a cooler image. You can usually change the color temperature by accessing the TV settings and looking for options such as warm, cold, user, or custom. Experiment with these settings to see which one produces the most accurate and pleasing colors for you. You can also try adjusting the red, green, and blue levels individually to fine-tune the colors on your TV. This is a bit more advanced and may require a professional calibrator, but it can make a significant difference in the final image. Lighting plays a huge role in how colors appear on screen. If the lighting is too bright or too dim, it can make the colors look washed out and inaccurate. To fix this, make sure your room is completely dark when watching TV. This might be difficult during the day if you can't block out the sunlight, but you can always try closing the blinds or curtains. You can also try dimming or turning off any nearby lights, including the lights on your TV. You should also check your TV settings to ensure that the brightness and contrast levels are calibrated correctly. This can vary depending on the brand and model of your TV, but most TVs have a brightness setting that allows you to adjust the overall brightness of the image. You may also want to look for a contrast setting that lets you adjust the difference between the brightest and darkest parts of the image. By adjusting these settings, you can create a more balanced and accurate image that makes colors pop. If you have a high frame rate selected, it may end up skipping over some frames of the video stream, leading to an incomplete image that can look washed out and dull. In other words, motion rate was making my TV skip over some of the video frames, resulting in a lower quality image. This can happen even if the overall bit rate of the stream remains high. What happened? You checked the TV settings, but everything looks normal there. It shouldn't be doing this. If this sounds like something that could happen to you, it's because it has before. There was a time when I had a brand new TV and I watched my favorite show. And at first everything was fine, but then I noticed that the image wasn't quite right. It looked dull, washed out, like the color had been drained out of it. Since it was a new TV, I thought maybe it just needed some time to warm up, or maybe it wasn't compatible with the streaming service. I waited a bit and tried another episode, but the problem persisted. I checked the settings, made sure everything was right, and still nothing. It wasn't until I read about a feature called motion rate that I understood what was happening. Motion rate is a setting found in many newer LCD and LED TVs that increases the frame rate by duplicating or inserting additional frames. There are ways around this, though. For example, you can set your TV's motion rate to auto so it will only increase the frame rate when necessary, or you can choose a lower frame rate altogether. Just keep in mind that there may be a slight trade-off in image quality since you won't be getting all the benefits of motion rate. And while this problem can affect anyone, those who use streaming services to watch their favorite shows might be more susceptible to it since streaming services tend to compress their video streams more. Rather than cable or satellite providers, this means that the video files are smaller and take less bandwidth to download, but they may also suffer from more compression artifacts and other issues. This isn't always the case, though. Some streaming services are known for having very high-quality streams with minimal compression artifacts, while others are more notorious for them. It really depends on how much they compress the video, but here's the good news. Even if you don't have this problem, there are still things you can do to combat the dreaded washed-out look. Next up is color calibration. Every TV has a different color temperature, which affects how colors are displayed on screen. And finally, we have viewing angle. The way you sit in relation to your TV can also impact how colors appear on screen by following these simple tips. You can transform your TV and enjoy a more immersive and colorful viewing experience. You may already be doing some of these things and know the tricks to getting the best picture quality from your TV, but there's always room to learn and improve.